Hey everybody, it's Chris Sylvie with HealthyConsumer.com. I've been absent from the blogging scene for a while because I've been finishing up my doctorate degree in physical therapy, which I'm very happy to announce that I just completed. And so I will be bringing a lot of information that I learned from that into this website because I think that it is intimately related to what we're trying to address at HealthyConsumer.com, which is integrative health practices and ideas. And so it closely relates to the nutritional aspect as well as the what we're trying to do with movement medicine and everything else, all these different things coming together to build healthy lifestyles. So one of the things that we're going to talk about today is more of a shocker. It's more on the nutritional aspect, but I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of any of that because everybody knows that potato chips are bad for you. And so we're going to talk about Pringles a little bit here. I have with me a 36-year-old can of Pringles with the actual Pringles in it, which I'm going to show you here in just a second. A little quick backstory on that. I am staying at my parents' house while I've been finishing up this last clinical internship before graduation, and they are doing a large remodeling on their home. One of the workers found in the wall this can of Pringles, and this can of Pringles has been there since the inception of this home because it wasn't just fallen behind a cupboard or anything like that. No, it was actually in the wall. Somebody had sealed it up in there somehow and just left it there. So it's kind of a interesting little time capsule in itself. But it takes a look at how powerful these preservatives are. And I don't even want to... I'll probably write about this in the actual blog, but in the video I don't want to get into my opinions as much in regards to preservatives and what they do in the human body, because again, we all know that processed foods are bad for us, but yet we still eat them. So I want to show you this can here. This is a can of Pringles from 36 years ago. Okay, you can see the very nice nostalgic style there. I mean, let's put this side by side with a current Pringles can. And it's amazing how much we still consume these. But let's take a look inside the Pringles here in a moment. But first I just want to talk about what is in the Pringles at that time. During that time, it was dried potatoes, partially hydrogenated cottonseed oil, mono and diglycerides, and salt and dextrose. So, obviously a processed food. Much worse today if we look at this current ingredients label that's up on the screen now. Obviously a little bit of a difference, but not too much, other than the fact that things are genetically modified nowadays. So that's another thing to consider. So, oh yeah, we can't forget to look inside here. That's the whole point of this video. So I'm gonna show you, what do you think? What do you think it's gonna look like? You might have caught a peek of it there, but if you didn't, what do you think it's gonna look like? You probably have an idea in your mind. Maybe you think, oh, it's gonna look completely like it was 36 years ago, or it's just gonna be a moldy, disgusting, gross mess. Well, if you didn't catch that little peek of it, here's what we got. Here are the Pringles. It's a little dark in there, so let's pull one out so you can see what a 36-year-old Pringle looks like. Behold, a 36-year-old Pringle. Now, what do you think when you see this? You think, I want Pringles? Maybe you do. I don't know. I sure don't. I look at that, and it's kind of horrifying. It still even smells a little bit like Pringles. So, I just thought that was a really interesting discovery to see this little time capsule, and I hope it just sparks your interest to think a little bit. I like to do some of these shocking type videos, at least I think that's shocking, to see what the effects of these kind of things are. Now, granted, maybe when this is introduced into the human body, maybe it doesn't have the same effect as other foods, or maybe it's not as dangerous as we make it out to be. But I would bet you it is, with the rising amount of chronic diseases, the prevalence of so much diabetes, Alzheimer's, all kinds of degenerative diseases. I want to bet you that things like this play a large role in it. So I encourage you to think, read labels, don't buy stuff that you can't pronounce. Learn about genetic modification, learn about these things. And so we can have a happy, healthy future generation. I thank you very much for listening today, and I hope you'll check back every Monday and Wednesday, where I will be continuing to talk about integrative health practices, everything from nutrition to wellness, fitness, and all kinds of alternative therapies as well. So stay tuned and visit healthyconsumer.com. Thank you very much for listening. Have a blessed day.